Now, we've been talking about love and what love means, at least to me, and why we think that we cannot love again because we've been hurt in the past. Now, I want to bring this home. At some point in my life, I used to say that, I needed people to do certain things for me. That this person doesn't love me enough, whether my husband doesn't love me enough, or my stepkids don't love me enough, or certain people don't love me enough. And I started to realize that I externalized everything, right? I externalized it because I didn't know how to love me. I didn't know, once again, I see love as authenticity. Yeah. So I didn't know how to be authentic to my true self. I might have even hidden certain parts of me because that's how I got attention once again. Okay. What then started to happen was I externalized everything and I blamed everybody else for the way that I was feeling. And I'm sure if I asked 1,000 people, a lot of people will be with me. Maybe 800 people will feel this way. So if you get angry and you say, was someone that made you angry, then you're in the same shoes that I used to be in, right? Because your emotions happen through you, not to you. So nobody made you angry. You created a story of anger based on the action of another individual. If you get that, I just thought to throw that in quickly. So I used to think everybody else needed to be the one doing the work, whilst me, Special D, will sit down and the love will just come pouring in. Oh, the acceptance, the admiration, everything will just come and meet me where I'm sitting without me standing up to do anything. And then I got burnt out so quickly, especially in marriage. One thing about a romantic relationship is that it brings the real you out. And because we started in relationships, and unfortunately we may not have gotten it right because we came from dysfunctional families, the only way that we can get better is also in a relationship. A lot of times also the emotional relationship. So when people say, I'd rather be alone, you can't. You can't be alone because there's so many things that you will not see, because nothing will be triggered until you are with someone else. And then that person is the one that triggers it or triggers you to get angry or get irritated or shout or whatever. And it's someone else. So it has to be in relationship with someone else. And the people that press our buttons the most are people that we're emotionally entangled with. It's almost like we've poured our essence into them. And so we live vicariously through them. And so whatever they feel about us, we feel about ourselves. Whatever they think about us, we think about ourselves until you break that bond, right? And so I was so burnt out so quickly, especially in marriage, because I got into a blended family situation, and I wanted everybody to appreciate me and want me and love me and say I'm the best thing that happened to them, because in my mind I felt like I was. And so when these things didn't come, it really, really damaged me and finished me, because my essence was tied to all the things that would have come from other people, because I didn't know how to be myself. And I didn't know how to love myself. And I'm going to say this sentence: you can only love someone else to the extent that you love yourself. Should I say that again? You can only love another person to the level that you love yourself, because you cannot give what you don't have. And because I didn't have love for me, I couldn't love me. And because they also didn't have love for themselves, they couldn't love me. So you can imagine how frustrated a lot of human beings are because they don't love themselves. And that's where the first challenge is. So here's what I learned in my journey. I learned that it's like an emotional bank, right? If you put money in a bank, the day you go there and ask for your money and they ask you for your bank account details and you give it to them, they'll give you your money. But if you didn't put money in that bank, the day you go there and you said you say you want to receive your money and they ask you what your bank account details are and you say you haven't got any details, what will happen? It's the same thing with how we receive love. You've got to first deposit, right? For you to get a stalk of corn, You've got to sow a seed. You've got to give it time to grow. You've got to water it. You've got to speak kind words to it. You've got to remove the weed. And then it grows into this nice, long, luscious corn that you can roast, and it tastes so nice, and it gives a lot of nourishment to your body. But there's something you need to do first. There's a participation that comes from you first to be able to receive. And that's the law of the universe. You've got to give to receive. You've got to sow to reap. It's a law. You've got to ask to receive. You've got to knock for the door to be open. You can't sit down here, your house is entirely full with food, and then you just sit down in one place and you keep shouting. You don't even say anything. You just wait for the food to cook itself and come and enter your mouth. You would die. But you had food. You just didn't do nothing about it. That's how it happens with connection. That's how it happens with love. That's how it happens with friendship. So for a lot of people who say, oh, my mommy doesn't love me enough. My mommy doesn't come to ask me to come to my room to ask me to go out with her. I always ask people, do you go to your mom's room to say, mommy, today you're going out, can I come out with you? And 95% of the time the answer is no. I'm waiting for her to come and meet me. I'm waiting for him to come and meet me. I'm waiting for them to come and meet me. But you could have done something about it. You could have called them. You could have said, what are you doing today? I have a friend at the moment who just came back from America, and I was saying to myself, this girl didn't even tell me she's around. Then I reminded myself, but why didn't you also call her to say, how far now? Where are you? Let me come and meet you. So that immediately, there was no beef for her. Because I know if I want to spend time with her, I know what to do. But I also haven't done it. So why would I then be offended that she hasn't done it? And that's what love and life means, to be honest. You've got to do something. You've got a part to play. Play that role. Don't assume anybody can read your mind, because nobody can. Don't assume anybody can tell what you're thinking, because nobody can. Don't assume people will read in between the lines when you have not actually asked for something. You are dancing around in circles. Oh, come on, why did you go there? Why? Without saying, I would just really like to spend time with you. Can you create some time in your schedule today for us to spend time together? But instead of coming out straight to ask that question, we're saying so many different things. But we're doing those things because we're first doing those things to ourselves. And anything you do to yourself, you do unto others. That's why the Bible says, do unto others what you want done to you. Right? Because it all starts with you. And so what are we going to do differently today? We've been talking about love for the last 3 weeks, or three episodes that have come out. What are you going to do differently? And I've intentionally not focused on emotional love or romantic love, because if you cannot really love yourself just for who you are, romance will be tough, and it will be so tiring and hectic and heavy, because you expect too much from the other person. But I'm talking about just how you can first give love. And love, like I said, can be laughter, can be a smile, can be a note, I see you, can be a note, I miss you, can be a call, can be walking and just high-fiving somebody, can be a chop knuckle. I do this a lot with the people in my office. You would think that I know all of them, or they know me so well, because I'm just so open to people. When you go to a restaurant, rather than saying, waiter, ask the waiter, what's your name? So that I can address you the way you are. And I can talk to you as a human being. Because if every time you say to yourself, I would always leave people with a sense of increase. Imagine that you say that to yourself every day. Everybody I meet today, I will leave with a sense of increase. Everybody I leave today, I will leave them feeling important, because everybody wants to feel important, even you. So if you're saying that you would do that to other people, who do you start it with first? Yourself. So you dress up and you look at yourself in the mirror and say, damn, I look so beautiful today. And this beauty that radiates within me also radiates without. And this same beauty, I will beautify everybody's life that I meet today, because that's what I choose to do, right? Do you want to try that this week? Try that. Let's see. Let's see how you feel, because it's not about what the other person says or does, but it's about how you feel. If you decide that you will smile at everybody you meet today, just a smile, just smile. You don't even have to doesn't have to be an open teeth smile, but just a smile. Hi, and just say hi and keep it moving. I promise you, you'll feel so good at the end of the day that you will wish that you had done it sooner. And then tomorrow you will wake up in the morning again and say, today I'm going to smile at everybody that I meet, just like I'm smiling at you now. The thought of smiling at everybody is making me smile. Do it. You see how it would help you. Hi there. My name is Adiola Kingsley James. I hope you really got a lot from my videos. Don't stop at just listening. Be a doer. If I asked you to do something, do it please. But don't also stop at that. Share me with other people. Click the notification bell below and do what? Yes, subscribe. And then remind yourself every time my new videos come out so that you can watch them and you can learn from them. I really, really, really honor you. Have a wonderful day. Love and light.